Nick Fury is dead. Yeah, late LK at OneYoungsta doing his thing, holding it down for y'all. And here's another Respawn React. Today, we're going to be talking about Civil War II, Choosing Sides, which has 3 stories. One about your boy Nick Fury, another one about your other boy, Night Thrasher, and of course, a last one about damage control. So let's go in and get into it. Now, when I got started, the book starts off with a story about Nick Fury. It has him and Maria Hill talking about kind of like Hydra agents and trying to get rid of these double agents. He goes on a little mission in an air, I guess like a jet or an airship, and all of the, members attack him. They're talking about Shield must live, Fury must die. They're following some type of leader. And I'm gonna be honest, they should have known better. I mean, this is Nick Fury. But anyway, Nick Fury does some crazy stuff, shoots a guy, jumps out a window, jumps back in a window, beats all these dudes rappelling down the lines, and they're still like almost brainwashed talking about Fury must die, Shield must live, blah, blah, blah. But there's supposed to be some all-seeing leader that's looking down on him after, through all these, and maybe monitoring comms or satellites or whatever. So anyway, by the end of this little, vignette, I guess, Fury decides that it's best for people to believe that he is dead. Now, of course, this is Civil War II, and this is kind of following the reboot of Civil War. So we've seen Nick Fury die before, but in this case, I'm not sure if we've seen this Nick Fury kind of worked this way. And when I say worked this way, is the way he's portrayed and the way he's drawn, it's a little different, and it is a little jarring, I'll say. It's not my favorite art style, but I do think it gets the point across when it comes to the action and delineating who's hitting who. As far as how he's written, Nick Fury is written kind of like your standard fare, what you expect from him, which is, pretty cool for someone who's jumping back into Marvel after kind of being gone and hanging out with Valiant for a little bit. So anyway, let's move on to Night Thrasher. Now, Night Thrasher, that is a different story. This vignette that's written by my boy Brandon Easton, honestly, he's the reason I picked up this book, but let's go on and get to the story. The story is pretty much, of course, led by Night Thrasher, and most of it is kind of led by the thoughts in his mind while he's fighting and moving around with Captain Marvel and also Iron Man. It's just the way his thoughts are written, just the way his interactions are. It's just, I just enjoy Brandon Easton's writing. I also think the art in this vignette is a step above what was in the Nick Fury vignette, but I will say I can't really get down with Night Thrasher's helmet. I don't know what it is. I just can't get down with it. I've been looking at it for a couple of weeks now, and I'll just be like, I cannot get down with it. But I have enjoyed just like the different thoughts and ideas he's been having about his relationship with Tony Stark, his relationship to himself and his upbringing, his relationship to the people that he's saving. And also, I like the little send up to Baltimore too. Brandon Easton being from Baltimore, that's pretty dope. Just to see that he was able to kind of like throw that up in there, and that was really cool. But all in all, one of the coolest things that I think I like between his short exchange between him and Captain Marvel was just seeing the updates and upgrades to his suit and his technology. Of course, it used to be a skateboard. Of course, now it's been upgraded to like a all-purpose cool attack tech thingy. But I just love the way it moved around, doing a taser field and blocking bullets and separating and coming back together and hovering. Like, that's a real hoverboard, not that stuff that people are riding around downtown LA with and messing around and falling and hurting themselves. What Night Thrasher has is a real hoverboard. But anyway, let's go in and get to damage control. Man, I have a love-hate relationship with damage control. There's one bright spot It's overall corny, but it ends cute. All right, here's the stuff that I like about Damage Control. I love the throwback and the send up of the old art style. I love that. I also love this moment when these two characters are getting together and there's a bottle of wine and she says, "Hurry up and get in here." And he says, "Why? You know, people know we're together." And she said, "No, I don't want to share the wine." That was a nice moment. I like that. The way it was played off was just, it was good for that character that was doing it at the time. So I think, you know, I think it was a great send up of that, just kind of like basic moment between two lovers, or, you know, two people that are romantically involved. Then at the end, there's this really cute moment where what would be, I guess, the villain of this vignette kind of turns around and sticks with the good guys. But all in all, this is definitely the weakest of all three stories, but those three saving graces made it bearable, because you have this old school art that, you know, I miss, and it was nice to see that, and then also seeing the nice little joke in the middle about the wine and the kind of cutesy ending. So all in all, I definitely still think this is worth a pickup. I like the kind of vignette style of getting three stories within a comic book. They're short and sweet. The middle, which is Night Thrasher, I think is probably the best in my opinion, because it's the most you know, up my alley, because probably has the most action, and probably just the better interaction between heroes. And then close-ish second, of course, being your boy Nick Fury, and then coming in last is definitely Damage Control. But definitely go in and pick this joint up, either digital or in your comic book store, because I think it's definitely worth a thumb through if you're figuring out whether you want to get into the Civil War 2 or not. Anyway, y'all keep it real. VA, stay strong. Richmond, I love y'all. LA, what up? Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.